One of the biggest challenges for communities, particularly in Idaho, is generating awareness of the problem. Being open-minded and willing to consider the fact that this type of activity can be occurring in their community in spite of the size of the community, in spite of the makeup of the area. This activity crosses all boundaries, all socioeconomic statuses, and frankly is as prevalent in some areas where you would least expect it as it would be in the more larger metropolitan areas. So it is a concern that people sometimes are naive to the presence of that type of activity. Well, obviously the advent of the internet has opened worldwide communications with people across the globe, and the extent of that ability to communicate has turned into a tool, or even more appropriately call it a weapon, that can be used by the criminal element to promote this type of criminal activity. It is something that is occurring worldwide. It is occurring in a manner that is hard to detect, and it's something where people are not really aware of the threat their children potentially face by simply going on the internet and being exposed to these potential offenders and predators. Well, the first step that's foremost is awareness of the problem. If the parents don't realize that their children are potentially at risk, they're unable to be vigilant and to be able to detect indicators that might suggest that their child is being either targeted or even already victimized by one of these predators. So A, be aware that this activity is occurring, and then B, be responsible about supervising the internet activity that their children participate in. More often than not, we find that children are all over the internet and visiting sites that shouldn't be visited, and unfortunately the parents either have no idea that this is occurring or don't perceive it as a potential problem, and so therefore they don't monitor it as closely as they should.